Welcome back to another episode of Look What Jess Found. Now, this is episode 273. And if you've been watching the videos um, in order that they're being scheduled, then you know that a couple videos ago, I guess 70, maybe episode 70, I took out 5 of these customer wrap penny rolls, and I said I did the eeny meeny miny, and I just happened to have picked the darker wrapper, right? So if you look at these penny rolls, right, you see this one's darker, this one's darker. These are all pretty dark, but this one's the darkest. I'd have to put this one as the lighter one. This one here, darker, lighter, darker, and these two look similar. Probably from the same person because they're from the same place, same bank at the same time that I got them. So these are probably from the same person. They actually look identical. And what I said was that the lighter ones, which to me are the newer ones, tend to have less copper, and the dark ones. And so I opened up one of these first in episode, I think, 169, because episode, and there was a wheat scent. I mean, I'm not trying to spoil it for you, but go watch it if you haven't seen it. There was a wheat scent. There was like 13 coppers. It was a great, great episode. There were errors. And then I opened up this one and there was less. I opened up a lighter wrapper and there was less copper, more zinc, and less errors. Just happens to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up. I'm going to do these rolls for the next 3 days. I'm going to open up this one today and I'm going to say that there's going to be more copper in here. Then we're going to go back to this one tomorrow, and then this one for the next day, the last one. And we're going to compare because, it's kind of interesting, right? If you go to the bank and you get $10 in pennies, which is 20 penny rolls, then, and you see that they're all different, it's kind of cool to make a mental note of what you're finding in the different types of penny wrappers. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. Without further ado, episode was this I said 273. I think that's it. And let's see what we find. I got the light on. I usually switch between on and off depending on the lighting, and the pennies are dark or anyway, it's crazy, man. All right. Starting off with a zinc. Oh, and 3 dimes. There were 3 dimes in one of those pennies. It was great. So to me, first of all, the first thing you want to see is that there's copper, right? That's always the first thing I always say. And I'm telling you, this is from the same person. There's another dime in here. I'm telling you, this is from the same person, man. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know about those. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's about 7 to 10 copper pennies here. Okay. That's what I think there is. It might be more, there might be less. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Like for example, these here, those are probably zinc. You can really tell the coppers usually because they look more squared off. Like that third one to me, third one. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That fifth one looks copper to me, and then so does this one over. You can tell which one's a copper, kind of. All right, so let's get the road on the show and see if we find anything interesting today. Now, just finding the coppers alone. Oh, 95. There's a big rim dent. The copper alone you're making money on, right? When you find copper pennies, like if you find one in the street, let me get up my little pointer, my awl, my sewing awl I use. You can really see the tilt. Let me see, 95s. Yeah. Oh yeah, even feels bent. You can feel the bentness. All right, so I said the fifth one, right? So that's 3. This is 4. Let's see how it looks without the light on. See, sometimes you get a little bit more contrast without the light. All right, that was 3. This is 4. 84. Looking for the double ear. No. I don't know why all these pennies are bent for. It's a pretty hard tilt. You see how it causes some machine doubling or machine doubling. You see it in the 4. You see the line in the 4 on the crosslet. Some people collect those. I won't collect it unless it's a little bit more significant than that. All right, here's the fifth one that I said was copper, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, okay. So you can tell the coppers usually it's the edge, right, is flatter. Zincs tend to be a little bit more rounded or have beveled the part by the edge of the edge by the rim tends to be a little bit slanted. So we have our first copper, 1 out of 5. If that kept up, we'd have 20%, which I'd be happy with. But I don't think there's it didn't look like there was 10 of them in here. If there are, then there's a couple that look like zinc that are copper, but 2021, we're looking for the extra V. And put the light on. All right, and usually they're right around here, I believe. Yeah, you see the bevel? See how the edge of the edge is like, has a little bevel on it? A little slant. That's how you can, all right? So if you look over here, which one of these don't have that bevel? I don't know. No, they all, to me, these all look, maybe that, no, they all look like copper, zinc to me. All of these, the next ones. Maybe that third one there, where's it at? Maybe, I don't think so. I even think that's zinc. I don't think any of these are copper. We'll find out in a second, obviously. Yeah, well, we'll see. And then we can look at the edge to see if why I got confused. All right, so let's see. This looks like, I don't see. I don't know. I can't tell. It looks like copper to me. See, it's not. It's not. How brown it is. But look, it has the bevel, like I told you. See, I'm telling you, that's one of the key giveaways is the bevel, right? We found one copper penny so far, and you can just see the difference. The wide one is, it's not wider. It's the bevel on the edge of the edge that gives the that makes it look thicker, but it's not. It's just that it's flat. It's not beveled like the, which is, they just did little tricks to take off weight, right? Because if the edge came out like the copper one, it would weigh more. And it could have something to do with the fact of how they lay the clad down and all that. 94D. Yeah, you see the bevel. You can see the bevel on the edge. And that's a pretty good indication that it's zinc. So they shaved off, right? Because if it went out and it was flat, it would and if you measure an all copper roll versus an all zinc roll, there's like a slight variation between the two. It's like I think it's like a penny's width. Yeah, you can see the oh, this one looks, yeah, you can see a slight bevel. You can see it. I mean, obviously once you're looking at the surface, you can tell that it's zinc. 93. Maybe this one. No, it has a bevel. You can see the little bevel on it. When I say bevel, I mean at the edge of the edge, right? So you got the obverse, reverse, and you got the edge. The edge is the third side. And you can see on the edge of the edge, it is has a little angle to it that the copper pennies don't have. Ah, and I was wrong. You see? Maybe there isn't a bevel there. No, there's not. There isn't a bevel there. I don't know why I said that. 78. It's like so this one looks like it might even have a see. Looks like it has a collar error. So that's what might have confused me. Uh-huh. If that's the error, I'm making excuses now, but you know what I'm saying. All right, well, we found another copper. I'll continue to, yeah. That's the bevel I was talking about. Let's put the one we found next to that one. All right. Maybe if I would have did this, I would have realized that was copper, or at least I would have thought it was copper. But you can really see the bevel. All right, and I'm saying bevel. I'm making that up. Let me look what the definition of bevel is, because I know in there's bevel and then there's bezel. Right, bezel is the circle that goes around a watch that you can spin around, like a Rolex or something. Bevel, bevel, bevel. All right, something that's beveled, having a sloping edge rather than a squared one. I got something out of my $100,000 education. Having a sloping edge rather than a squared one. Beveled. All right. Jeez, man. Give me something from that education. Something. All right. So I was right about that. Beveled. I was using the word without really even. And then you'll see there's some areas that don't look beveled. And then you turn it. And the same thing goes with the copper. There'll be some sides that look beveled. But when you see it like this, that's a good indication that it's zinc. So I'm just saying this is little tricks that when you look at the roll, right? When you're looking at the roll, after you lay it down on the on your table, there goes the dime right there. You know, you could start to try to make assumptions about what you're looking at before. So you're playing a little guessing game, you're doing a little detective work. You know, if you're with your kids or something like that, you know what I mean? It makes it kind of fun. you could look at it through the camera and go, oh, what do you think this is? Look how brown that is. Do you think this is a copper penny? And then you could say, oh, well, how about the edge? Is the edge beveled or it's not? So you could play these little games, which is right. It's free, right? So that's like, to me, this one here, the second one is copper, and I'll hold this one in my hand while I pick the other one up, and we could compare the edges before we look at the date. All right, so let's pick up the next penny, put it next to that one. Look how pink this is, right? Doesn't even look like copper. This is copper. Old copper looks, dark brown like that. Typically, I'm saying you could, and look at how strong the bevel is on the edge, right? So to me, this looks like copper, right? I would go on a limb and say this is copper, and of course it's copper. Interesting. Almost looks like a second nose there. You see that? Same thing with the hair. Interesting. So, and it goes onto the edge. I wonder what caused that. Wonder if that's post mint damage or not. All right, keep it down there. We got one to look at. Maybe I'll do the whole. I'll do a short maybe on the whole bevel versus non-beveled. You can see the rim dent. See how it causes a little bulge. 2015. Let me see. 84. Got some ridge ring going on here with some distortion. Nah, it's not that good. Let's see. Copper? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's hard to tell. I'd probably go on a limb and say this is not copper. And it is copper, you see? I guess that's just from the years of wear. It made like a bevel on the edge. How about this one? I'm going to say copper. 81, yeah. And it's just a little interesting games you can play while you're doing your penny roll hunt, your pocket change hunt. Well, to do it in the pocket change, you'd have to put them in that type of copper. No. Nope. Oh, that's a strong bevel. That's a nice strong bevel. 93. 20 minutes. Wow. I mean, time really flies when you're doing these penny roll hunting. Take a second out to do a little research, and boom. Is that next one a copper? It's a nice looking one if it is. And those dots over here. Yeah, it looks like it says 77. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Wow. Just finding one of these in a penny roll is you're happy with. Those other rolls that I got, which are full of these, are just so unusual and rare. Because somebody basically saved it. Then either them or someone else brought them to the bank, and then you had to get them. I mean, it's pretty astronomical, the chance of finding an all copper penny roll. One of my members, Otis, if I remember correctly, actually said he never, after watching my videos, he said he never, 79, never found a penny roll that was all copper. And that's to show you, and he's a avid collector or coin hunter. So that's to tell you how rare that is. Now look at the mess I made here. Yeah, oh, there's the dime. Want to check it out? 2023. We got a dime. All right. I'll take that to the bank. $84. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. We were supposed to look for the double ear on the 84. I don't recall looking for it specifically. I'll take it back out. All right. No double ear. So far we have 3, 5, 6. We have 7 coppers. If we get 3 more, do we have 7? I have to recheck. I think we have 7 there. 2 of them. Yeah, we got 7. So if we get 3 more, then we have 20% copper, and that's an interesting. I'll put that one down there. $2,000. Misaligned die. East to west, west to east. With zinc rot. Copper. Feels like copper. Looks like copper. Yeah. You see over here, it just happens to be wear, right? That's just wear. And then if you go to the other side, you can see how flat the edge is. So that's how you can get tricked. Then you'll see it's copper. Okay, that's 8. Looks like there's at least one more in there. There's 2, then we got that our 20%. 2000, we're looking for the wide AM. No wide AM. You could tell how pink it is. 20D. D for Denver. 2010, first year shield. What do you think? One more copper? Oh, here goes one. I didn't think it was copper. Nice. It's a beauty. It looks rounded there, but that's probably from where? But over here, there's no rounding. Probably would have tricked me, this one. See, that's what a wide AM looks like, the space between the A and the M. That's how you want to find either the 98, 99, or 2000 zincs. It's a nice looking one. That's 9. We just need one more. I don't think this is copper. This might be. I think this is. Oh. I have to look at that under the loop. That might be a lamination error. 82. Let me look at that. It's definitely misaligned. Color error. Let me look at that under the loop. I want to see that coloration, that red. That is super duper red. Oh, wow. Oh, man. If the whole penny was that color, it would be something else. And look how on the reverse, look at the letters. Look how dull. Especially the United States of America. Look how polished they look, right? There's like no sharp edges. Let me go a little closer. So I wonder if they polished it. See, this here looks a little bit more sharp. These here look like they're blending into the field. But what's really cool though is this. If that's annealing, then that's super red, man. You know, there was just like a little bit of copper dust lying around. It's either, I mean, that's to show you how annealing almost looks like paint, because it really does look like red paint. It's just a little drop there. So it's hard to tell. I can't tell if that's annealing or if that's red paint. You know how you would find out? All I would have to do is put this in paint thinner. And if it came out, then it's paint. If it doesn't come out, then it's annealed because it's copper. It's just the color of the copper. So I think that's 9, or is that 10? We got 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, 9. We got 10. So we found 10. We got 20% copper. Very cool. Not the most interesting, but I did say that the darker rolls tend to have more copper. That's the thesis, anyway. That might. What do you think? Nah. You see? Now, if this is copper, I'll be shocked because it's really beveled. See, now I'm turning it around. I want to see if there's any flat areas at all. 2000. No, that's not a wide 8. I have to look at that under the loop. It doesn't look like a wide AM from distance. I'm gonna say that's not a wide AM. It's just, it has a little bit of, very small bit of spacing there, but it's not a wide AM. And just like that, man, half an hour into the video, just like that. So fast. It goes by so fast. Those 22s, that they always seem a little bit more shinier than the other years. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. This video, I should say, that video, this video. We got ourselves 10 copper, a couple there. We got a dime, mostly zinc, and a couple interesting ones. If you're still here after 33 minutes, thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, click the bell notification. Get notified when we're going to have upload videos. I try to upload a video every day, have a video scheduled to be uploaded every day. And if you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. You get to see all the scheduled videos, some members only content, and would help the channel out. So God bless. Let me take off the light there, and I'll see you in the next one.